All right, time for the pop-outs. Time for the pop-outs. Because there's a ton. All right, YouTube stays on this side. Kraken. Goes here. Okay, let's see what's going on. Rumble. We are live. Pop out. And Twitch goes to the corner of the room. Good. Now I can actually minimize all of this. This is why the fourth monitor was key. Because now I can bring this down and always be looking at the station. Because I do have a live show on right now. And it is Clyde Lewis.
It's just kind of been buried until they need it again, right? We still know that ISIS is out there. We still know that Al-Qaeda is still out there. We still know that they're out there. We know that the Middle East is going to get a nuke within 12 to 15 days, or they're going to be able to have an operational nuke within 10 to 15 days. So it's all right now being held on standby. Just like the theory that the lab leak happened in Wuhan is now making conspiracy theorists look like geniuses. And it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the...
So this is Clyde Lewis live right now on the air on KGRADB.com. The sky in Canada is clouded up. So I do not have to do a show at 1. Chris Don and Don were on a big show earlier, and they're wiped out. So I'm off. Other than this show, I got to monitor for 3 hours. After that, I'm done. Now, I do got to get up early for a meeting. And then I got to take Mom to the doctor. And then I have a big meeting in the afternoon. And everything that goes between. So it's busy, busy. And it was a busy night right now for 3 hours. And it's going right now.
So you
Do me a favor, Mom.
You still gotta work?
Hell yeah, I got to do a live show. It's not where I'm producing it, but I have to monitor it for commercials.
You don't want to eat?
I just ate a big salad.
Oh, that rice looks so good. It's not there yet, Taquito. I gotta get it for you.
So when people start to come here tonight, whether you're on any of the 4 platforms streaming to right now, if you want to hear Clyde Lewis's show, just let me know. And of course, it's courtesy of Ground Zero, Clyde Lewis, and of course, simulcast on KGRADB.com. So that's what we'll do. He's going to be going to break in less than 2 minutes, so this is where Bill has to... Oh my God, I almost sounded like I was doing the Pink Floyd song. Time. So I got to monitor this for the next 1 minute and 26 seconds, to be precise. They were predicting another snowstorm here Friday. They changed the forecast. It looks like we're going to be on the warmer side. So now it's all rain. A lot of the snow that fell, the 5 or 6 inches last night into this morning, has melted away because it was above freezing today. And it's going to be above freezing tomorrow. So the one snowfall that I had may be eliminated by Thursday from seeing it again. So it's like, it was there. I removed it. And then it's just going to melt away, which I am not complaining.
Go and eat. Go and eat. Your food is there.
Okay, Ma. And breaking news for those who want to know: the mayor, the former mayor now, Lori Lightfoot, lost her bid for re-election in Chicago. I just seen it flash up on my screen, and now I got to get ready for commercial break in 20 seconds. Damn, I forgot to tell Mom. She's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. Ma! Come here, please. But please helps. Good. We're good. Do me a big favor. Can you make me coffee?
Okay, Karim, let me eat first.
Oh, yeah, eat first. I'm not saying.
All right.
After, though, because I still got to stay up for a while. Even though I had a nice power nap, but it's still Mr. Breaking News producer, a mole. Well, it came on my screen. I get breaking news alerts from different news organizations, and it just came up on the screen. Yeah, I had a nice 90-minute nap today. It was so good. But it sucks to wake up because I could have slept longer. It's all good. And I did put my nice New York Yankees signed Core 4 jersey framed up on the wall now. It's up. And it just looks beautiful. And there's going to be more added. I've got a Derek Jeter Hall of Fame signed ball coming. And I can't show the picture, so I was sworn to secrecy not to. But in September, I'll be getting 2, and there's only going to be 100. 2 Captain Aaron Judge bats signed by him. So he's the Yankee captain now, which is a big deal in Yankee world, by the way. You guys may not know that, but it is a big deal with Yankee fans for a long time, decades. The past captains. And that's why there hasn't been captains in between certain time periods, because when Jeter retired, there hasn't been a captain since. Mattingly was. Thurman Munson.
You ate the whole salad.
So, heck yeah, I ate the whole salad.
You ate the whole salad.
I gave him the bowl when I was done. He knows I ate the whole thing. I handed it to him to bring to the sink. But it looks really cool. It has the number 2 on the jersey, and Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter, Andy Pettitte, and Jorge Posada signed the number. They put the autograph right on the number. Of course, Jeter is in the middle. It is beautiful. And then it has the 5-time championships, the years, the division champions. It has all that stuff. And then it's numbered. This is number 11 out of 27. There are only 27 of those jerseys. That's for the representation of how many championships they've won. So that is big time collector piece right there. Big time. Forget about it. And the Judge, like I said the other night, is risky. Because if he has a successful rest of his career and he ends up in the Hall of Fame, he's going into the Hall of Fame as a Yankee, lifetime Yankee. Not only that, but as a captain. And that bat is going to be worth a ton of money. That's why I ordered 2 of them.
You want to eat now?
Did you make the eggs already?
Yeah.
I'll eat now.
The rice with the eggs and the chicken?
No rice. Toast with the eggs. That's it.
Oh, so you want that now? I thought you wanted that later.
I could wait till later for that.
So you don't want? I thought you were gonna eat the barbecue chicken with the rice and the eggs.
So what do you mean by rice and the eggs? The same way you did it this morning?
Yeah.
So you're going to make more eggs later, or like how's that
I
work?
made extra eggs for your bread.
Okay, that's the question.
Right now it's a different dish.
All right. No chicken,
No chicken. Just some rice and eggs.
just a little rice and egg.
All right. 1 egg or 2 eggs?
2. All right, the station's fine. But it's a risk. It's a risk because What happens, God forbid, the guy gets injured or something? I mean, I hope that wouldn't happen. I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody, but those are the risks as a player. Anything could happen. So it is a gamble, and it's an expensive gamble. But if everything plays out the way I hope it does, this could be an investment that's worth a ton of money in the future. A ton. Now, you may say, how is that possible? There are a lot of teams out there have a great fan base. Doesn't matter. Their fan bases are diehards. In sports, you think of the Yankees, you think of the Dallas Cowboys, and there are other teams, of course. There are other teams that do better internationally than even in their own state.
That's good already?
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But merchandise is where it's at. People just spend billions and billions of dollars on merchandise. And for memorabilia purposes, forget about it. I found something in my drawer. I couldn't believe it. Now, it's just a ball that I got way back. I don't know if it was in the 80s or 90s. I don't really remember. 90s. It was 90s. I think it was 95. It was Jolly Rancher signed baseball day. It was just a bullshit Jolly Rancher printed with all the signatures. That ball can go up to $80 right now. And it's just a Jolly Rancher ball that they gave out. The first 15,000 people get it. That kind of deal. I got one. And I found it in my drawer the other day. I said, oh shit, I got one of these. Now, like I said, it's a Jolly Rancher Day. I'll show you the ball. It has Don Mattingly on it, but it's not signed by them. It's a printed ball. But still, it's worth $80. I found the ball in the drawer that was worth $80. And that's just that. Now, that's from the mid-90s. So that's almost 30 years now. So, but when they're signed, and there's a limited number of them, that's a good thing. When I was with him and I was talking about my memorabilia, the Yankee memorabilia that I'm building and collecting, I got a dirty look from somebody. Seriously, a dirty look that I was talking about my memorabilia. Like they were envious of it. I was like, oh shit. He noticed it too, right? When we went in the car, he said, did you notice that guy was staring at you and with a dirty look? I said, yeah, I did. I just ignored him. So, you get that kind of thing going on too. But it's pricey. It's a pricey thing. Talk about collections. There's coin collectors and baseball card collectors, comic book models, you name it. Memorabilia like this it can be expensive in those too, obviously. Obviously. But man, I'm feeling this one with this. But it just gives me now an even more appreciation of the history of the team and the people that were involved. And just to see that jersey with number 2, Derek Jeter, signed, and Mariano, which is probably arguably the best closer ever to play the game, period. Signature on top. And Posada and Pettit were not bad players. They were good players. That's a nice collector right up there. And I'm sure, Amol, if there was something like that, I know you're a Seahawks fan, Mariners fan, you're in Seattle. I'm sure, like for me, if I was in Seattle, the first person I think of in the Mariners organizations from years past is Ken Griffey Jr. I would love to have a jersey with Ken Griffey Jr. on it. Signature. That's what I'm talking. Something like that. That's an example. Or Edgar. Edgar was what a player for the Mariners. What a player. Hall of Famer. So there are, every team has. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Some people value certain things differently. Now, maybe you're not from the way you were brought up in India, and the way over here it's like fanaticism when it comes to sports. They are diehards. It's like, and yes, happy birthday again, happy birthday, like Kevin said. But there's the football fans, not soccer, the football fans. Or if there was a cricket player, maybe you'd want to have an autographed uni of that player. I'm sure there's something out there that you would be happy to have and say, wow, I got my favorite player. I'm just saying. And Rabbit, look, the Rangers pulled it off with Kane. There were doubts. They pulled it off. The whole East stacked up. It's insane what happened in the East Division with the Bruins, the Devils, the Rangers. It's like everybody just stocked up and went nuts. They're building. It's like crazy. I think the Devils got the best player to me. But the Rangers didn't do bad either with the 2 moves they made. That line, that top line is all-star. It's freaking all-star. Panarin, Kane, Kreider. Can't think off the top of my head the other ones that are on that line. But although the guy they just got, the Russian guy, I mean, that is a fucking line. Cool. We play Ottawa at the end of the week, I think. The Rangers. Soon, I think it's coming up. I know the Bruins are coming up. Some really interesting Ranger games are coming up right now. But like I said, I've got and I'm not going to open it. I've got a brand new Igor hockey jersey, real deal, in the closet, still wrapped in the plastic it came in. Because that ain't, unless I go to the Rangers game in the Garden, I'm not opening that. I want to keep it nice. Okay. Oh, so it's Thursday. I got to watch that game. I can't watch that game. I'm working. Which sucks. It's all right. But yeah, that's the little sports. Hockey is great. I love hockey. Yeah. Go to a game and get decent seats, and that game is intense. Even when I see it on TV, I love it. And I'm sure they score more goals than they do in football, right? In soccer. I mean, it's such a fast-paced game, and the strategy and the way the hits, the defense, it's just that puck is traveling at close to 100 miles per hour at times. What that goalie does is freaking remarkable. I really, really appreciate where he's just, all these shots are coming from all these different angles, and that goalie's just doing it. Doing it! I don't care. It's just a beauty to watch. Because that is unbelievable. Hand-eye coordination, and that takes some hell of a skill. That shit is not easy. It's not easy to play the game on ice either. So I love hockey. I played it when I was young too. I love it. I love hockey. And I'm going to tell you, I played a lot of sports when I was young. Remember, there was a time when I was a stud in sports. Stud. Known in the neighborhood as the stud to play sports. when I was like that. Look at that. I look fucking ridiculous. But hockey, all of them. No, I can't say all. Okay. Baseball had its own excitement. It was intense for me because I used to pitch. I used to play center field because I had a great arm. But it doesn't have the same adrenaline as football and hockey. I cannot tell you if anybody's played football. Fuck off, I'm old. I saw that. If anybody's played tackle football or even two-hand touch. Oh shit, hold on. TV just fucking went on. Who's playing with the remote in the house? Oh my god, it's chaos. Sometimes they grab the wrong remote and then they activate my TV and it's like, what the? Anyway. Even if it's two-hand touch, it's just, but that is not as much adrenaline. It is because you're playing with your friends. I will say this, two-hand touch, like 6-on-6 in the snow, where light tackling is allowed, is fucking amazing.
Oh no, I gotta roll.
You gotta roll. Amazing. Now in the snow, you're cushioned by the hit to the floor, the snow was a ton of fun to play football in. That was the one thing I look forward to, like, all the time. It's snowing. Let's go play football. Because it was so much fun. And everybody's bundled because it's cold. So you're protected by layers of sweatshirts and thermals and gloves, thermal socks. You're ready. This is war. And it was just so fun. That I miss. But hockey? Because I didn't really wear the full equipment. Try getting hit in the shin with a puck. Oh my God. That'd take you right down. Painful as fuck. Kevin. So Justin, I tore my elbow up pitching. I still have the scar from the surgery, maybe. It's years, but it's there. I tore it up. They had to do surgery, take chips out. But man, is it great to play sports when you're like really in it. So what a natural adrenaline junkie rush. I broke my ankles playing football. I broke my pinky playing football. You can see that pinky will never be the same. That fucker's twisted. Football. Yeah. And I don't regret a minute. What's up, Lorraine? I know, the rotator cuff. Thank God mine healed completely. Thank God. Because that had me worried. Rotator cuff surgery definitely had me worried. But mine was 100% successful. Thank God. So, yeah. And the recovery sucked. Rotator? Oh, it sucked. It was uphill climb. And the first few weeks is torture. Torture. You can't move. It's in a sling. I slept in a recliner and I had ice packs. This sports ice pack thing, like what the pitchers use, and it worked. But then you got to go through the therapy. Because if you don't exercise it, you won't have the range of motion. If you don't go to the physical therapy and do it right, you won't have the same range of motion ever again in that shoulder. So it took me 18 months to heal fully. 18 months from rotator. That's a long time. I have a pop muscle right here. Yeah, I'm grabbing my leg. Tapping my leg, actually. And I went to the doctor. I was like, what the hell? What can I do anything? He goes, you don't need surgery. It's just healed that way back. There's nothing we can do as long as it doesn't cause you pain or anything. What?
You don't know something they said? I recorded it.
What?
Something with the Nissan.
All right.
With the key.
Okay.
So I want you to...
I'll see it later. It depends on the year, make, model. We'll check it.
But still, it's a Nissan.
All right, okay. Anyway, like I said, and it's yeah, blind dimension. What, Mom? What are you doing? There's nothing here. He has to do it.
Okay, come on.
And I'm doing a live show.
Okay.
I can't be distracted. What?
With the Nissan.
Okay, I'll check it out later. This is how I eat while working and streaming. It's so terrible. I don't understand. I've been on a boat and I've said the story. I'm only working till 1 tonight. Kriston's taken off. They did a live show earlier. And they're both wiped out. So I only got to do this till 1. So, ha! But I was on a boat with my dad and uncle. I don't know if it was both of my uncles. I know one was there. We were off Mount Talk, fishing for, I remember, I was small. Bluefish or striped bass. It was one of them. And one of them was reeling up the fish. I think it was bluefish. Could have been stripers. And a shark, the fish came out in half. And the shark came right out of the water after it. And I was like, holy shit, did I just see that? And Jaws terrified me. PTSD. Because I grew up on a boat. All my life, from pretty much birth to my 20s, I was on my dad's boat all the time. And when I seen Jaws as a little kid, that movie screwed my head up. Because we always swam off the boat, diving. You never know. This ain't fresh water. This is salt water. Now, the one thing, we were in the Long Island Sound, and that's, not known for sharks. But when he had the boat sometimes on the other side, the South Shore, Freeport, you never know. And I had a fear every time I would go in the water, like, am I going to get hit with a shark? So when that happened, and they started a feeding frenzy, the sharks started going around the boat because it was in the school of the fish. They were feeding on the fish, because if you ever a feeding frenzy can start easily with sharks, and then they just go nuts. They'll attack each other. So one went by the motor, by the prop, and the captain decided, we gotta get the hell out of here now. But that was scary. Talk about getting a bigger boat. For real. Kevin. And now knowing that Mount Talk is a nursery for great whites, And I don't know how long that's been going on. But scientists say that that's where they have their nursery. And then the juveniles eventually end up going where? All over. They go up and down the coast. They got trackers on them now. But Cape Cod is a little feisty area for them with the seal population. I'm sure you've seen the videos of these great whites just swimming feet away from the beach. That's crazy up there. There's a lot of them. So I've had my share of experiences with that kind of stuff. The adventurous stuff. And Kriston T. Harris, I'll never forget that. Me being a person that's afraid of heights like that. I mean, I could be in heights, but not like that. And going up a fire tower, and the guy is dancing on the bottom, like all excited that I'm flipping out 10 stories on a fire tower. 10 stories, whatever it is. Still, it seemed very high. And it was windy. And I'm afraid of heights. And if anybody's ever climbed a fire tower, you know that you can see everything. Like, even when you walk up. Walking up is not a problem. Because you're looking up. And you could see through the steps. There is no railings, like it's just like open with some mesh on it. You could see right through it. You could see it right through everything. Coming down was nightmarish. That shit caused me to get on the ground and gather myself for about a half hour before I could do anything. It was like panic attack death. Because now when you walk down, you see everything. And it's like, all of a sudden, it's like you got to control yourself, because if you don't, imagine suffering a panic attack with vertigo up there. You're done. You're done. Can you imagine getting the spins up there? And Kriston is afraid of heights. He isn't going to come up to rescue me. Hell no. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, well, you're a pilot, Justin. Now, again, if I'm in a plane looking out, I'm fine. Helicopter looking out, I'm fine. But don't be sticking my ass on a fire tower where you see everything on the ground. It's like, fuck. And you got to climb it. You know, you got to climb it. It's a little different. And get back down. I should show you the video. I'm going to show you the video of the fire tower. Not my video when I'm freaking out. Hold on, we got to go to break. I'm going to show you the fire tower, and you guys can look at it yourself. I'm going to find the video, because we're not seeing nothing on this fucking screen anyway. Okay, I got to break in 10 seconds. Less. Now. Okay. Let me see. I don't even know the name of it. Fuck. Oh my God. It's in Ulster? No, it's not in Ulster. It's in Putnam. That's it. The Ninham Fire Tower. That's it. That's the one. But I don't know if these people actually got a good camera angle on it. They're already up there. So they're climbing up. This is the climb going up. Okay, here we go. Look at this shit. Look at that. So this is them going to this And this is look at the mesh on the side, the netting. I was like, that's really assuring. That's really assuring. That's all it is that netting stuff. And look, you can see right through the steps, everything. So coming down, you don't see that mesh. You look like you're holding onto railings and there's nothing in between. It's all, you see everything. Every fucking thing. And for my situation, I thought I was going to die. And that thing is high. It's one of the highest in the country. See, Rabbit even says it. Climbing down is always a problem for him. It's a problem for me. Going up is not the problem. For me, coming down, look at how high that shit is. No, but still, we're going higher. Then you got to climb in like a hatch to get to the top. It's like, what the fuck is this? No, I did not do that. Look at that view. But I hope he shows, or she, when you go into that little hatchy area, you got to climb up there. Like, it's sick. I'm like, oh my God, now I got to climb. Then I got to climb back down. Then I didn't think about that until after I climbed up. Now I'm going to climb down and I'm fucking dying up here. Look at that view. We got to be getting to the top right here. Even they're taking their time climbing up, if you notice. They're getting a little shaky. Getting a little shaky getting up this high. Look how high it is. You're way above the fucking trees. Oh my God. I won't do it again. I'm not doing it. I will not do that again. And it was windy when I went. That was worse. Look how high this thing is. Oh, he made it to the top. That's the top. Look how high that thing is. That's insane. Oh, God. And you got to climb down that. You got to get to the ladder to get down it. It's crazy. It's way up there. Do you see? I'm not bullshitting. That was crazy. It's not your regular fire tower. It's really high. Now, you know what's funny about them showing this part? They're speeding up the video because I bet you they took a long fucking time going down. I guarantee it. They sped up the video. That's not him really going down at that speed. That's bullshit. That's probably sped up. It looks too the way it's I doubt it. Highly doubt it. It's sped up to make it look like they're going down fast. It's really high. So, Justin, if you want to go to it, I'll take you. But I ain't going up with you. I don't know if Jax would do it. But let's just go back to the clouds. Let's see what's going on in Canada. 22 watching, it's cloudy. So yeah, that is, she wouldn't, right? Agent says, it looks normal to me. Wasn't normal for a person afraid of heights, I can tell you that right now. It took me about 10 minutes to get down. I was taking my sweet ass time. I was not going to rush. I took it nice, gently, one step at a time, because I was making sure I wouldn't freak out. Because I'm telling you, when I got to that last flight going to the ground, I sped up and I was like, thank God, get me the fuck off this thing right now. Put the link in chat. Justin, put the link in. I'm trying not to talk with my mouth full. That's like not bad. We had 5 inches last night. It was about 5 inches. You better bring my alien back. Now, next week, I would suggest you keep an eye on this YouTube channel next week. I'm going to try to stream as much as I can when I can when I'm in Roswell. So definitely keep an eye, because I plan on doing streams, party at night, whatever's going on. I'm going to be streaming the chaos that's going to be. Thank you. At this, put some cologne. So you're going to have to, by next Thursday. It can be at any time. I'm just saying, I'm going to be streaming. I'm definitely going to stream once I finish up the KGRA setup. Later, 4. He just had to come in and tell me that. Going to break already. I always call him late. I always call him late, and I don't want to piss him off. They're messing with you for. It's not me. I didn't do it. Anyway, you have a great night, and I'll be on tomorrow night. I'm off. Well, after I'm done with everything, I'll be on tomorrow night. I get ready for break. Holy shit! I gotta send. Oh, I gotta call her tomorrow. He might get mad at me, but too bad. And I'll say it to him. He knows how I am. We're like that with each other. We're like brothers. In a stupid way, we are. He and I are close. Oh, get out of here. He shut his phone off this. That's some BS. He might be on a call with somebody, though. Or his phone is dead. Or he's sleeping. Oh. Oh, the link. Where's the link? I still got 2 minutes before break. Did you put the link? There it is. I think right now that no matter what it is going to be better than this. Something went wrong. I hate when links do that shit. Because when I do this, it's going to ruin the chat. Just like it did. Still, something went wrong. Now I got to redo the chat. Oh my God. It's all your fault, Justin. Shit, I did the wrong one. It didn't work for me, Justin. All right. Okay. It did. The link didn't work. Mind dash. Smoke DMT. That's funny. Smoke DMT. Get abducted by hyperdimensional entities. Oh my God. Holy shit. Hey. I'm surprised he's not picking up. I can't imagine Tom being... He's sleeping right now. It's only 11 o'clock. Really, dude? Really? It is. It's taking time for it to connect. That means his phone is off.
You have reached.
He's got it. It's either dead or off. Oh shit, break. Oopsie. 1 second off. I have to say the fourth monitor, see? This is great. I'm sharing that screen. I've got the station in front of me. I've got Streamlabs here, and I've got all the pop-up chats here. This fourth screen was important. Are you kidding me? Justin stays on the phone with Jax for 2 hours from like midnight Eastern to 2 a.m. Eastern. And then he just finds something to watch after that. I've seen him come. You know how many times I've seen Justin show up at 3 o'clock in the morning? He's not kidding. He stays up. If I had the room, forget about it. Not only would I have a lot more equipment, but I'd have a hell of a bigger drum set. That is damn sure. The drum set would be the... If I had more space, the drum set is the one thing that would be expanded by 4. Justin, we have an issue. We have a possible potential issue for your wedding in California. Do we have to do like a catering just for a mole? I mean, do we have to have like special food spread? Maybe sit him by a fucking pond. You know, we got to make sure there's no... Can you... I was saying this the other day. Alexa, dim living room light because you're driving me nuts.
Okay.
Oh my God, that hurts my eyes. Alexa, shut off living room light. Seaweed. No, but dude, think about this. imagine that a mole goes into, say, your house and you've got dinner on the table. And it's all full of carnivorous foods, however you want to fucking say it. But there's a whole spread of like, we'll put a pig's head on there and like some wild shit on the table. Can you imagine? It doesn't even have to be real. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it look like insane. Just to flip them out. Oh, yes, we could. Oh, yes, we could do it to him. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Anyway. So, now Fantasy said he's not a weddings person, but there's no way that I'm going to California if that would have happened. And he's going to come up with an excuse, I don't do weddings. I told him he going to hang out with us. I don't care where we sit. If you need to be away from people, we'll sit away from people. And I'm there with you. And a mole will be there too, while Justin has his fun with Jax. And that's simple as that. We're just enjoying the whole thing. He is a good dude. So that's the one we got to work on, Justin. Fantasy. You talk to him privately. I mean, really. But I highly suggest you have a conversation with him privately and talk about it. Now, people like Maria, myself, a mole, Fantasy, of course, Jax. I'm sure Ronald may know a little bit. I don't know how that is. But we know who Justin is. There is no deep fake or this is not. We know who he is. I've known him for years. Never met him, but I know a lot of people through here that I eventually met, and it'll happen. And I don't question, not one bit, who they are, who they say they are, and the things that they do or been through. So, look what a mole writes. Oh my God, that made me choke. But we're all going to stick together through this too. So we'll have a great time if we all get together like that. So I'm looking forward to it. But yes, like I was saying before, I plan on streaming as much as I can on this YouTube channel. I can't do it on Rumble and all the other destinations because it's just a pain in the you know what. So the easiest choice would probably be the best chance of a successful video to stream to is probably the YouTube channel. Oh shit. I just thought of something. Oh no. I wonder what their internet, their signal is like over there. I have to watch a station right now. Really? That's bizarre that Rumble doesn't work good on any of your machines. I find that surprising. Rumble's pretty reliable for me. Hey, could be anything. To remember, tomorrow night after midnight, I'm off tomorrow night. That's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully it launches. Tomorrow is the launch. Hopefully, weather permitting and everything else, of the Dragon. With the crew on it. Shortly after midnight. I think it's like 12:35 Eastern. The bounty. So tomorrow night is the, well, you know, technically Thursday morning. But tomorrow's the next attempt for the launch. So we'll be streaming that. And we're going to go through the whole thing all over again. Like 3 hours before. So like 9 o'clock. You know I'll start earlier, but 9 o'clock on. Up to launch, hopefully. Okay, we're back on the air. Commercial is over. And we're set up for the next thing. Wow, this does not look good. It's not like it looks good here either. It's been like cloudy and crazy this whole winter. I guarantee if I go outside, I couldn't put my camera out. Plus, there's snow out there and I don't want my shit laying on wet, melting surfaces. No way I would stream right now. Not in these conditions. So yeah, we'll do a lot of streaming if possible from Roswell. And I'll take a lot of other video that won't be done on Roswell Live either. So I have it on my phone. It's going to be fun. But he made up badges for us. And then the badges are nice. I can't show you, but the badges that we're going to wear are cool. You know, that's for the people on the inside doing everything. Like a press badge. So it should be really cool. I'm actually getting excited now. Because it's coming soon. A week from tomorrow I leave. That's crazy. It really came up so fast now. And soon, spring is coming quick too. Tomorrow's the 1st of March. And the day I celebrate it, even though I'm not Irish. I could be. A little. I love St. Patrick's Day. Mom's got, she goes nuts. She's got the leprechauns and the stuff. She puts it all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's got a big box with all this stuff. I'm like, but it's two things for me. It's corned beef, cabbage day for me, and potatoes. And I know spring is coming. Once we hit St. Patrick's Day, even though April could be a little nasty early in March, spring is around the corner. Bring it. What? I saw a guy with a Starfleet logo tattooed on his forehead. I'm like, what? So yeah, it's right around the corner. I already started ordering my pool chemicals. I already have a shitload of others, but I'm getting ready for the pool already. And I know if I lived in Florida, I don't have to worry about those things. I could be in my pool all year round. Who gives a fuck? I don't live in Florida. I live here. I had a house in Florida. I didn't like it. I actually hated the weather. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand that nobody wants to be outdoors because it's so fucking hot. Everybody hides in their houses in the air conditioner. What the hell's the sense? Sometimes it's so oppressive in the summertime, like a 1:32 in the afternoon. It's for me. I can't deal with that. No, you get used to it. No, I will never get used to this. Keep it. So, no, it's not for me. I can't swim in your beaches. I almost got killed by sharks once. And the water's so warm, it's not enjoyable. It was like that. Some people swear that 83, 85-degree water is like the best thing in the world. No, it's not. That's not refreshing. That's fucking bath water. That's like putting my foot in a fucking puddle in the sun. The hell would I want to do that for? Some people like that. I don't. I like going into a pool like 76, 78 degrees, where if it's blazing hot outside, I've got cool water. Not the water that matches the temperature of the air. The fuck? So I'm just saying, that's just me personally. I'm sure people love it. Not me. It wasn't for me. So I like it getting ready for this. I like the seasonal changes. I like it. You see the snow and all that? I don't mind it at all. It's a pain in the ass to get rid of it. It doesn't bother me though. I love the fall. I love the spring. I love the feel and the air, everything. It's just nice. I don't want to be hot 365. I know I remember sometimes in like Christmas time in Florida, it could be in the 30s at night in Orlando. I was in northern Orlando. That was a beautiful area. It can dip down where the lizards start falling off the trees. Literally. And then they just wake up when it gets warmer. It's bizarro. So it could get cold. It's nice. The winter, that's why a lot of people go to Florida in the winter months, because it's nice. It's comfortable. It's nice. Alexa, what's the temperature in Orlando, Florida right now?
Right now, in Orlando, Florida, it's 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's 69 degrees right now in Orlando. 69. That's like a warm summer night here. That's a warm summer night here. So, Alexa, what's the normal high temperatures for Poughkeepsie, New York in the summer?
In the summer, the average high temperature in Poughkeepsie, New York is 84 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alexa, what is the normal low temperature in the summer in Poughkeepsie, New York?
In the summer, the average low temperature in Poughkeepsie, New York is 56 degrees Fahrenheit.
56. Average. Oh my freaking ankle. See, that's what happens too. The ankle, sometimes, since I broke them, if I move the wrong way, like right now, I just heard it. And it's killing me right now. I did something. So, wow. Bad. Not good. But see, that's an example. And that's average. It's more close to like 58, 60 in more recent times. It isn't as cold as 54. No, because my pool would be freezing. It's closer to 60 at night. And it's 69 in Florida. Now! Hey, it helps look it up. I don't have to go be typing it into the computer and look for it. That's the lazy way out. Alexa, what does a mole mean?
The noun, mole, can have a few meanings. 1.
No, not
Any
mole.
very
A
small
mole.
insectivorous mammal,
Alexa, stop.
espe-
All right, we're going to a break. In 13 seconds. Don't forget, KGRA has a Rumble channel. Just look up KGRA Digital Broadcasting and follow us there. So the station has a Rumble channel. Go check it out. Follow. I want to see that movie. Don't tell me nothing about that movie. I want to see that movie. Yeah, exactly. See, like Kevin said, don't put no spoilers in there. I want to watch this movie. Oh, hell yeah, Justin. You wouldn't want to roll off the roof. That wouldn't be good. I could technically. My roof is not sharp. Not this one, at least. The other one either. The garage is. But I could just see it. Going up on a ladder up on the roof. What? To do what? Why don't you just guys get a bunch of lawn chairs and just throw it out in front and look up? Why do you got to be on the roof? I could hear it already. Oh my God, I can only imagine. After 26, oh my God. 26 beers later. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I can't wait to see that movie. But like Kevin, I'm going to have a few before I watch it. Or during. I gotta. Because I've been hearing that this movie is really good. It's funny and everything. I don't know. I have to see it for myself. Yeah, I want to see it too. You know, I could do a private stream. I'm just saying. We could all watch it together. It's not hard to set it up. At all. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. I'm sure it's here. Oh, shit. What is the exact name of the movie? What's the exact name? It's not coming up on this one. Let me try this one. That's what I thought it was. It's not coming up. Not on my end. So, Justin, if you can find it. Oh, it's... Okay. Got it, Kev. So I'm probably going to have to watch it when I get home. In a few weeks. but I definitely want to see it. All right, let me get ready for the next break. Should be getting dark here. That link never worked, Justin, for that Alaska cam. Just letting you know. All right, cool. Find out. Because maybe... Oh, shit. Popeye's live Saturday night. He's got the girlfriend, Judith Baker, of Lee Harvey Oswald, is going to be his guest. Saturday night, 10 to midnight, Eastern, KGRA. Is that what it's called? Zenden? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, that hurt like hell. Holy, right on the top of my foot. Damn. I don't even know if I can walk right now. I did something bad. I don't know how. Either that or Mole left because he's got a needle with a pin and he's poking the doll right now. The Bill doll. Holy shit. Oh, that was brutal. Is that a YouTube thing? That Zenden thing? Oh. I'm telling you, that hurt. Yeah, the voodoo doll. Okay. Damn. Is it the Fairbanks one? Oh. Or is it the Mount Diablo one? I've seen that one. Which one is it? Tickle it just a little bit. I can't. There's a bunch coming up. It's the new one. Dude, this link didn't fucking work for me before. It's still not working. It's not working for me. What is the exact name of the channel? The exact name. Oh. I'm just going to try Alaska Cam. Is a Lake Hood seaplane base. I want to see that one. Wow, that's pretty cool looking though. I'm not seeing it. Fairbanks, but it's a different view. So it's not this. From explore.org. It's not that one, right? Just give me the exact title of the stream or channel. That's the only way I'm going to find it. There's Mount Diablo. But they moved their camera around. That looks beautiful, though. It's a lot better view than what we're looking at right now. I tried Fairbanks. Okay, that'll help. think this is the same one I was just looking at. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to land the channel. That's the thing. And I'm not seeing... I'm just not seeing it. There's one here. What time is it? Break in 4 minutes. That sucks that I can't find it. At all. Yep, that's the same one. What the hell is my mother doing? I'm trying to find it. I'm going to put this one on for now. Because that looks cool as fuck. That looks cool. Oh shit, commercial, 3 minutes. I'm boiling in here with that wood stove, I swear. I'm afraid to put my pressure on this foot now. I'm gonna tell you that is nice. That's a beautiful picture, though. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but that was a crack. Shit, break in a minute. Don't worry, Mo. I know you're probably lurking in the background. You have to have no fear that I'm not gonna start undressing. But I think I'm gonna have to go put shorts on or something because I'm dying in here. That fire, I put too much wood. I'm just sitting here and I'm dying. Sweating. I may have to open up that door. It's really hot in here. And I was talking about Florida. You gotta be kidding me. But there's all the snow. Oh, again, the pain. You see it? Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels good. Oh my God, don't make me laugh. I gotta concentrate. Okay, we're good. Oh, that air feels great. So yeah, we got, that's a nice amount of snow. Where's my ruler? Obviously it melted. Oh. I don't get painkillers. I am. That's not all right. User. Oh, user. That's not live. That's Mount Diablo. I'm just sharing the screen. I'm not far from the Catskills. But no, that's a shot from Mount Diablo. But Hunter Mountain, you got to remember, if this was the Catskills, you won't see that big body of water like that. Oh, you're in Putnam. You know, I was just telling them, because you're on Rumble. But for those on YouTube, I was showing them the Ninham Tower, the fire tower. Because I climbed that a couple of years ago. And I'm afraid of heights. That was no joke. That was no joke. Oh, shit. The station is fine. The station is fine. I hear you. I hear you. Upstate, it wasn't so bad, though. The city was nightmarish. It's still nightmarish in the city. It always is nightmarish in the city. Up here, Orange County, it wasn't that bad. But I hear what you're saying. And now you're in South Carolina. It's probably nicer. I'm sure it's nicer because you're still there. But I don't know if you're familiar with that tower, that fire tower, when you were in Putnam. Beautiful view when you're up there. Yeah, but it never, it was insane. And I don't even, uh-oh, here comes my dog. You know what I don't know what he's bugging out on. Oh my God. Justin just can't get his Rumble to work. I don't know why. My friend goes to Myrtle all the time vacation. I have a friend that lives... What's that beach? Oh my God. Surf City? I hear you. My friend filmed it. He sent me the pictures when it happened, and I broke it live on a live show. Yeah, Surfside Beach. Yeah, that's it. It's my friend was there. Actually, even a host of a show was there. I gotta watch the station. I had to open the door. I'm dying in here. It's so hot in here. I will. I had to open it because it's so hot in here.
Show somebody how much snow is back there and you got that door open.
I am dying here from the wood stove.
Come on, Billy.
No.
Stop it. Oh. And then,
I hear you. I'll lock it. You don't have to come here.
No,
I have none. He has to go.
I gotta save this for you. They're showing.
Give me a mozzarella stick.
They
Or did
show-
you eat them all?
No. They're showing how the jet planes, the JetBlue planes are having trouble trying. They told the thing.
You guys are going to talk to me about planes when I got to take 3 planes next week?
Yeah, but they're saying, look at, I saved it for you so you can look at it.
I'm not going to look at it. I got to fly for hours next
JetBlue
week.
and another plane, they came to the same thing.
Oh,
They
good.
don't-
Go ahead. I don't want to hear those stories.
What the hell do you always have to go far?
Anyway. Yeah, I got my wood stove right here next, about 5-6 feet away from me. And boy,
You know what I'm eating?
you know how that
You know
is.
what I'm eating?
That thing heats up the room crazy. If I ever come down there, I will, because my friend Jade lives down there. Julian is... So right now we're on YouTube, Trovo, Twitch, and Rumble. So I am running the station, so I have to pay attention because he goes to break every 10 minutes. Clyde Lewis goes to break every 10 minutes. We could be listening to it. I mean, literally.
Said tyranny would never occur in America because the people are armed. So there's a reason that we have the Second Amendment.
I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly.
I mean, we could listen to the show if you guys want to hear Clyde Lewis, Ground Zero. It's up to you. I could shut the heck up. I won't mind. Good for me. It's too early. I still got... Oh, shit. It's almost 12 o'clock already. His show ends at 1 Eastern. And I don't have to do the live show at 1 because they're taking off. So it gives me a little break. Rumor on the street there is it was a weather balloon. But they are embarrassed. You never know. I don't discount anything. I mean, Clyde's been talking the last few weeks, and it's...
Lewis.
I agree. This whole thing with what's going on in the whole world with Ukraine, Russia, North Korea, Iran... There's a lot of shit ready to go poof.
Video Library has a documentary available about the report from Iron Mountain, and the document itself will be in the library. It is in the library, but they want to make sure that it's where you can find it. So the report from Iron Mountain and the documentary explaining it will be available tonight at aftermath.media. Sign up tonight, and it's only for premium subscribers. So if you're just getting the shows, you can up your subscription rate and get the report from Iron Mountain and watch the documentary because it's available. Now, I want to read about the disarmament of the populace and how this is how they plan to do it according to the report from Iron Mountain. According to Section 4 of the plan, it states this, quote, "We have dealt only sketchily with proposed disarmament scenarios and economic analysis, but the reason for our seemingly casual dismissal of so much serious and sophisticated work lies in no disrespect for its competence. It is rather a question of relevance. To put it plainly, all these programs, however detailed and well-developed, are abstractions. The most carefully reasoned disarmament sequence inevitably reads more like the rules of a game or a classroom exercise in logic than a prognosis of real events happening in the real world. Furthermore, we read, it says this furthermore, it says, it may now be possible to create a world government in which nations will be disarmed and disciplined by a world army, a condition which will be called peace. The word peace, according to the document, as we've used it in the following pages, implies total and general disarmament. Under that scenario, independent nations will no longer exist and governments will not have the capability to wage war. There could be military...
So this is just an example. He's been hitting this topic for weeks now, Clyde. I'm just saying, that's what's on the air right now on the station. And Kevin, I get it. You know, but it's interesting. It does make for interesting conversation and stories. It's like watching, you know, a fictional movie. If, you know, it's entertaining. It's interesting. I just got a book. Oh, I'm getting another book tomorrow. I just got a book last week about a really interesting case. UFO case. Exactly, user. I hear you. They can say all the shit they want to say. Try rolling that in and implementing it into action. Good luck. Well, again, the thing that's... She doesn't do many interviews anymore. Judith Myers. Oswald's girlfriend, but she had a cool relationship, like like working and doing interviews with Popeye. So she's going to be on his show Saturday night from 10 to 12 a.m. Eastern. You can go to KGRA on Rumble, the Facebook page, or the website for now. But I'm curious to see how this conversation goes. And she's got to be up there in age. I'm just saying, I'm curious how this is going to go. And it will be uninterrupted. There will be no commercials for that show. It's going to be 2 hours. About an hour and 45 minutes by the time he starts it, introduces her and all that. Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't realize he was like 23 years old, something like that, when he was assassinated. Because he was. Who knows? But we're going to find out what she has to say Saturday night. Like I said, I think that's going to be a really interesting conversation. So, I may even stream here on all four channels so everybody could hear it. Now, I don't know about YouTube, but no, not YouTube. But the others, yeah. Maybe we stream it while we watch something else like this on the screen while we're listening to it. So that's Saturday night, 10 to 12 a.m., 12 p.m., 10 a.m. Eastern. But like I said earlier, tomorrow night, on all four, we're going to be covering, hopefully, the launch of the Dragon with the crew on board to ISS, heading toward the space station. So hopefully, tomorrow night, I'm going to tell you, being up till 1:45 the other night when I was tired, and they called the launch off with 2 minutes and 10 seconds or 12 seconds. I think it was 12 on the clock. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That was like, oh shit, I gotta go to break. Like, now? 30 seconds? I almost missed the break. I was zoning off a little bit. "20 seconds. Seems like an eternity. "10 seconds. We're good. So tomorrow night, hopefully, and sometime, maybe the end of March. Who knows? It could even be early April. Oh, okay. You're leaving, Kevin? I thought you were leaving when you said that. But sometime in March or early April, we'll see the Starship launch. I'm looking forward to that one because that's like whole new territory. That's going to be interesting to see that thing go up. I got to be honest, that one, like Kevin was saying and a few of us, if anything might happen in a launch, that might be the one. I'm just saying. I'm not 100% convinced that this thing is going to do what they hope it's going to do. I'm not. It is badass. But we all know all the testing for the landings. Now, this is going to do, I think, a splashdown in the Pacific. It's not expected to land. Because they had some rough testing, boy. Trying to get that thing to land without exploding. For real. Elon saved our space program. Single-handedly, SpaceX, private entity, super cost-effective, efficient, and reusables. I mean, come on. NASA, just step to the side and let SpaceX run the whole damn thing moving forward. We don't need $20,000 toilet seats or $2,000 mugs or whatever the hell you overspend on overrides on BS. That's who knows where the actual stuff goes to. Black projects, MIC, military industrial complex. Who knows where the hell that shit goes to? Maybe in some people's pockets, for all we know. I don't know. But let Elon do it. I don't remember that. That I don't remember. But we all know what happened to the guy that tried to fly his homemade rocket and the chute didn't deploy. Could you imagine that feeling, knowing the chute didn't deploy and you're heading straight down? It's done. You know it. You know you're done. That sounds familiar. Well, like I said, this one is not expected to land, Kevin. But I think it's supposed to go around the Earth once and then do a splashdown in the Pacific. If I read it right, we could look it up. Exactly what they're planning to do, but those Starship tests, were rough. And then, they have the hoses to put the fire out after it lands. They're not gonna have those hoses. Oh shit. Okay, we gotta set up the station for the next go round. 1 more hour and I'm done with work. Then I gotta set up the station for overnight and tomorrow, which takes about 10 minutes. Holy shit. I am totally slacking. I have work I gotta get done. Like now. I forgot about it. So I went straight to streaming. I've gotta do some editing. How lovely. But I'm excited to see what happens with the Starship. Okay, let's just get this done. I'm gonna put his show on for a minute while I work, because I can't talk while doing this. I have to stay focused on this. Yeah, right? The Tesla circling out there somewhere. That was pretty cool, actually. To send that red car into space. Come on. Somewhere out there. That is cool as fuck. All right, let me put the station on for a minute.
That's what it sounds like to me. Something's up. So losing confidence.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're losing confidence because these people have mentioned something that would be detrimental to national security.
it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else other than that, and I just thought it was interesting that no one was really talking about it. Seems like kind of an important story.
Well, it's interesting for the fact that we don't know exactly why they were let go. And I'm sure upon further investigation, there'll be something that will expose it. So we got to wait for the story to flourish a little bit. I think that's what the problem is. I don't think the mainstream is going to top it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just thinking that if there's anything to this, it will flourish and will eventually expose itself for what it is.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the tip. Thank you. Let's go to Dave in Arizona. Hey, Dave, you're on Ground Zero.
Hey, Clyde. Great topic tonight. Yeah, I read that story earlier today about the change of command or replacement of individuals at Minot. But you were talking earlier about resources, like the impact on resources and controlling resources or restricting access to resources.
Mm-hmm.
And while you didn't specify exactly what you were talking about, I immediately thought of the food processing plants that have burned down and the egg processing plants that have burned down and all the chickens that they've killed. And now they're coming after gas stoves and the price of gas and our strategic petroleum reserve being, whittled down to nothing. And to me, that just seemed like it was just obvious at that point.
Yeah,
and the Iron Mountain report's pretty interesting. I was just perusing it during the break.
Yeah, everything about that report seems to be happening now. And I remember Johnson saying something it'd take about 30 or 40 years for this to be implemented. Well, you look at the time it was released, and you look at the times we're going in now, this is 30 or 40, 50 years later, and it seems like they are implementing these ideas, from the space menace idea to the global warming idea to the, the three-tiered elimination of guns. But I think what they're doing is they're throwing religion in there as corrupt, when you're seeing people going into synagogues, going into mosques, and going into Christian churches and start shooting people. Because that will get people to say, well, you can't even go to church anymore without being killed.
Right. Well, and we actually have like a local security organization that provides security for our church during services on Sundays, and not because of any specific threat, because maybe just the general climate. But I think one of the other things that was mentioned in there too was basically wasting money on a grand scale. And you mentioned Space Force earlier, but back in the 60s, I was thinking about the moonshot, going to the moon. You can argue whether or not we actually did or not, but you look at the intense amount of money that was poured into that, and how we were, the Vietnam War notwithstanding, we were relatively at peace. And so it's like, okay, we've got to focus everybody on something, right?
Right.
Well, the Red Menace and Sputnik, and okay, so we've got to go to the moon, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And it seems like that's kind of where we are now, dumping vast quantities of money into Ukraine.
Yeah.
Just like endless war.
Yeah, it's the idea that war will keep us intact. The only reason why governments exist is because wars keep them benefited. And again, the next step, and I can tell you this, the next step is going to be a draft. The next step is going to be Americans in Europe fighting this war.
It's interesting that you say that, because, I've served in the past, and you have to undergo a physical.
Right.
And I'm wondering about personal attitudes about the vaccine aside. There is a very good chance that a lot of young people that get this are going to develop myocarditis. Hayden Panettiere's brother recently died, and they came out and said he had an enlarged heart.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how he got that, And the thing of it is like, okay, well, can you draft somebody and put them in an active combat unit if they've got myocarditis or pericarditis? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea.
Or they may just let him go in and let him die. I mean, what better ways and clever ways they can cull the population than cull the young? Like I said, there's a security blanket there. That way they don't have to waste their money on young people who are getting sick. Cull the young people now. It's culling the old, cull the young. People are dying in 30, 35. I mean, that's the thing. I just think that there's a plan here where everything leads to the idea of killing off the population. Thanks, Dave, for the call. Let's go down to Carlos. Carlos in California.
Carlos,
You're
you
on
got
Ground
2
Zero.
minutes.
Good evening, Clive. Well, Robert McNamara and McGeorge Bundy, I believe, were the authors of the Iron Mountain Report. I remember reading their names. And McGeorge Bundy was a Skulls and Bones person. Okay, and what made me sick, I read the report a long time ago, and I don't remember much.
You're going to roll, right?
But what made me sick is they underscored the necessity of war as a stabilizing factor. They glorified it, and that really made me sick.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. I see what
But,
you're writing.
the X-Files predicted a lot of an episode of the X-Files predicted a lot of what's happening. They predicted COVID, but then in the same episode, they predicted that over on a weekend, the banks were shut down. All the banks were shut down, and when people would go to their banks Monday, would be no money. So that's going to be a strategy that's going to be used to neutralize people and to scare
I'm doing
people
work in
to
the background.
death.
I just want to get it over with.
But they also it also emphasized that the final assault would be the EMP attack, and this was an episode from the X-Files from quite some time ago.
Right.
They were saying there's going to be an EMP attack.
Well,
Right.
if you want to know where the X-Files come from, all you got to do is just read Behold a Pale Horse, because I know that a lot of the original X-Files shows and the movies were taken from that book, and then eventually the new seasons all were talking about some of the stuff that I talk about, some of the stuff that Alex Jones talks about, and it was all wrapped up. In fact, we had Dean Haglund, who was part of the Lone Gunman show, talk to us about who inspires who over there at 1013 Productions. So there you go. You're right. There are a lot of things that you see in the media that's picked up in other places and reported, getting the word out. It's in fiction, but it's still there as reality. So the report on Iron Mountain is one of those things I think more people need to read and look into, because it's, again, another blueprint to give you an indication of what may be coming in our future. 503-225-0860 or 866-536-7469. We'll be back.
It's fine. It's taking forever to download.
Hey, guys.
Okay, we'll just kill that for now to break. I saw that a mole. Hopefully it'll clear up here in Hawaii. But this file is killing me. It doesn't want to download. I have a different way I could do it. This would have been easier. But no. We got to make my life more difficult tonight. Users saying that Iron Mountain is a data storage facility. So we got about 7 minutes before we come back from break. Okay, Michael, I see you're in Trovo. I got to stretch it out a little bit because I can't read everything you're writing. That'll work. I think. Trying to fit all these chats on one screen is a little bizarre. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to read everything you wrote. So the cat's back, a.k.a. a mole. Oh, the file's downloading finally. Well, let's see. Wow, that took forever. But it's done. And I can do more work. Yes, work. Hell no, there ain't no impulse buys coming. You crazy? All right. That's good. Let's see. We'll go back to the show in a minute. That's the rolling machine you guys hear in the background. I shouldn't have picked up the phone. All right, work. I mean, I could show you. Yeah, I don't do anything. I try not to do anything to the cloud. But like even doing stuff like this with files and... Damn, you're whipping those suckers out fast now. I actually need to delete these two streams. Okay, that's good. And I need to do this for a minute. Okay. Damn, you got that rolling machine on there on a like on. Oh my God! You always do that to me. You leave the alien empty. Jesus. Every time I go to fill it, he empties it. Iron Mountain has everything. Okay. Let me do this one file. I hate when it does that.
That's the new one.
That's the new tobacco?
Yeah, the other one right now.
I want to try it.
Yeah, me too, bro.
It was a good show, MUFON show tonight. Oh, it's clearing up a little bit. All right. That file is saving, which is awesome. We got 1 minute. Wow, user. Later, Julian. Yeah, I had to take a little break, Mike. At some point, we're saying goodnight to YouTube, though. Because I want to hear music. I want to chill. Pretty much once the station, because I can't listen to music. It's every 10 minutes is a break. It's really difficult to try to concentrate like that.
Present and future all coexist on the same timeline, where happiness is an illusion. This is the future we are in right now, where our phones are the first things that we touch when we wake up, the last thing we touch before falling asleep. Radiant, seductive screens we so lovingly, endlessly gaze upon. Much like you're doing right now. Welcome to a future where our true reflection is only revealed once the screen goes dark. Welcome to the darkness. I hope you find it enlightening.
The loudspeaker spoke up and said,
"Wait, Jimmy."
The loudspeaker spoke up and said,
"Wait, Jimmy."
The loudspeaker spoke up and said,
"Wait, Jimmy."
Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up.
Wait, Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy.
I'm Clyde Lewis, and this is Ground Zero. The numbers to call tonight, 503-225-0860 or 866-536-7469. Global crisis, polycrisis. We hear about it from our friends at Davos. We hear about certain things that are coming for us that have been planned. And it has been said by FDR, if it happens in government, it's planned that way. I've been seeing a lot of things happen that remind me of a document I once read called The Report from Iron Mountain. We've talked about it before on this program, but a lot of people, sometimes you have to go back and you have to revisit some classical reports where you're looking at a report that was devised in the 60s reporting how crises would keep the need for government intact, the need for a military, the need for more police or military police, proposals of gradually bankrupting the system, a three-stage disarming of the world, a manufactured environmental doomsday like global warming, and the announcement of a space menace, all part of our lives today. And yet these proposals were put together in the 1960s, reviewed by President Johnson. All these things I just said, the disarmament, the manufactured space menace, the environmental catastrophe, all deeply rooted in the mass consciousness now. And so the question we have to ask ourselves, are we really on the brink of extinction, or is all of the talk about doomsday events in our future a product of deep state greenwashing, deep state fabricated threat assessments, potential threats, not real threats, or all these things being used as a conditioning tool for a global superstate? disarmament, space threats, incurable diseases, scarcity, climate disruption, all were listed as a basis for a solution in order to control the masses. While many of these threats are very real, the exploitation, though, of these threats are effective in moving the transition to world government and its inevitability. What it all boils down to is that according to the technocrats, we the people, are our own worst enemy. No matter what you call it, I mean, you can call it sustainable development. You can call it
that one don't work.
Comprehensive planning. You can call it growth management, smart growth. It's the ideology of Hegel. It's the ideology of the Hegelian dialectic. You have a problem that's created or promulgated by government, planned by government. You get a reaction from the people, and the reaction demands a solution or a thesis. That solution has already been planned. That solution has already been documented, and they implement that solution where they benefit and you don't benefit. So it's problem, reaction, solution, or thesis, antithesis. It's thesis, antithesis, synthesis. That's the Hegelian dialectic, okay? It's thesis, antithesis, and synthesis.
Why isn't it coming up now?
So what this is it is proposals and actions, parameters, that those who are behind the problem are the same people who spark a reaction, and then they say, well, we have the solution that supports an agenda we've already had on the back burner. Now it's important we bring back this agenda and we implement it, and the people are all saying, well, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. What does the government expect from me? Oh, the government expects me to do this? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it because I'm a good little sheep and I don't use my own head. I don't use my own mind. I don't use my own discernment because the government experts are going to tell me what to do. And now the government experts are changing their minds about the advice they gave us in the first place some 2-3 years ago. Does that even bother you? What you're hearing about COVID now, what you're hearing about the Wuhan leak and the possibility and all this. I mean, we get told all these things in the propaganda tubes. We get them fed to us every day in the propaganda tubes. Everybody's echo chamber is echoing the same nonsense. And then all of a sudden, when it's okay to say that China may be responsible for COVID-19, leaking it from a lab, when it's politically okay to do so because we're now angry at China, this speaks volumes to the propaganda machine. It speaks volumes about how they plan things like they do in the Iron Mountain document. And as Johnson has said, what Johnson said about the document, he said it will take a generation to actually program the people in accepting alternative doomsday scenarios as a way of life.
You got to remember, he's taking
what was
stuff
his proposal? What was his idea of a generation? His idea of a generation was 30 to 40 years.
But how relevant that document sounds.
And now we're beyond that because the Iron Mountain document's been around a lot longer. But you calculate the time from when it was first proposed. Around 40 to 50 years later, we started hearing about global warming. We started having a trend towards the idea of an alien invasion. We've had all these things now get bigger and greater and more terrifying. And now we're at war. Or we have a war that we're fighting where we're being told it's for our benefit. It's for good intentions. It's for the greater of the spread of the good gospel, which is our democracy. It's good for our way of life. See, at this stage in our history, we're being told that there are deadlines that have to be made to achieve a new form of government that would be very much like, as I've said many times before, the communist platform. The communist platform that was created during the Chinese Revolution.
He's going to break in 90
and so what do? We destroy everything that we have fought for. We destroy everything we believe in. We change everything. We censor everything. We keep people from speaking up. We silence those who believe in freedom.
Here's a video file. It's a little different.
And once that's all destroyed, once that's all eliminated and the crisis is greater than the solution, then we build back better. That is their catch-all. Build back better. Or we are going to reset everything. We're going to reset it to be better. Because everything is flawed. a fourth industrial revolution brought about by a great reset, using these ideas to scare people and coerce them into following along like good little sheep. That, my friends, that's the goal of the Iron Mountain Report. 503-225-0860 or 866-536.
All right, he's going to break in 20 seconds. What's up, Bob? I think it's, Bob, you're going to hate me, but I think it's time to get off YouTube and just stay on Rumble, Twitch, and Trovo. Because there's nothing going on that screen. Any screen. So I think I need to take over. I'm just saying. So I think we're going to say goodnight to YouTube. So Clyde is on break. So that's what we're going to do right now. YouTube, we're going over to Twitch, Trovo, and Rumble. Because I don't feel like talking all night. Anyway, have a great night to those on YouTube. We're going over to the others. All right, have a great night.